in recent months, but that has not stopped the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, or ATL, from arresting dangerous individuals who illegally buy and sell or steal firearms. The ATF's Assistant Director of Field Operations spoke to One America's Christina Bobb about how it's cracking down on crime. Take a look.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms investigates illegal gun sales, robberies, and other crimes associated with riots. The recent surge in riots has caused a drastic uptick in ATF investigations. Assistant Director of Field Operations, Thomas Chittum, explained the surge in investigations.
So for ATF, we don't focus on ideology, we focus on action. So it doesn't matter why you threw the Molotov cocktail, it's that you threw the Molotov cocktail. And so that's where we focus our investigative efforts. I'm proud to say that they have paid off tremendously. In response to the riots, we've arrested well over 60 people just for committing commercial arsons. But there's no doubt in my mind that this will set record numbers of federal arson prosecutions this year. But it's important to us to take an aggressive approach. Thankfully, we've had tremendous support from the U.S. Attorney's community, and we want to send the message that we simply won't tolerate people hijacking First Amendment activities to commit violent crime.
ATF will not tolerate violent crimes and those hijacking our First Amendment rights. The Bureau has a multi-layered approach that has proven successful, which they implemented in 2017 after they saw an increase in gun store burglaries.
Aggressive investigation. We have a 100% response policy for all gun store burglaries. We also started engaging in significant outreach, encouraging gun stores to implement security measures to protect themselves and their communities. We also engaged with industry trade groups to help spread the message. And what we saw was that was effective.
Gun store burglaries were on the decline as a result of ATF's efforts, but then they saw a spike in 2020, even when controlling for the Antifa and Black Lives Matter riots that erupted earlier this year.
In 2018, the number of gun store burglaries dropped 20%. In 2019, it dropped 20% again. But in 2020, we saw a tremendous spike.
Assistant Director Chittum says this is a national problem that plagues cities across the country. He says if a city has a gun store, it's likely to be a potential target for burglary.
Over the course of just a few days, we saw over 90 gun store burglaries or attempts, resulting in the theft of over 1,000 firearms. Of the over 90 burglaries or attempts that we saw during the riots, more than a third of them were unsuccessful, and the suspects walked away with no firearms. We think that's a huge success.
I asked Assistant Director Chittum how the recent call to defund police has affected ATF's operations and morale.
This is a particularly challenging time to be in law enforcement. I have been an ATF agent for more than 20 years. I have never been more proud to say that than I have been in this year. And what we have seen is a tremendously challenging environment for our agents to operate in. On multiple occasions in the past several months, our agents have been ambushed without warning, and specifically because they are law enforcement officers. I say about ATF agents that they are some of the bravest, hardest working, most effective public servants on this planet.
ATF continues to investigate gun violence and riots, remaining committed to protecting American communities. I'm Christina Bobb, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos
All right,
like
we're
this?
going to stop right
Click
here.
on the link
Good
below
morning.
and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is at...
My name is Eduardo Rodriguez. The news I just passed is from One American News. And you see what's happening? These people should be given long sentences. I'm talking about 10, 20 years. You know, they won't learn if you give them like a couple of months or maybe a year. They'll probably get worse. Give them years of sentencing, hard work, breaking piles of stone, hard stone, if they can break it. Well, I want to send a salute to all my fellow members of the DAV, which I am a member of Chapter 11, and to members of all organizations, and veterans of all organizations, and never forget those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep our country free. which the so-called Democrat Party, which we all know now is a socialist, communist, terrorist, Islamic organization. That's what it is. Nobody wants to hear about it. The media doesn't want to hear about it. Facebook doesn't want to hear about it. Twitter doesn't want to hear about it. LinkedIn doesn't want to hear about it. But it's true. Why they're doing that? Why? Because supposedly they're receiving money, large amounts of money under the table. Like Adam Schiff, we just found out, from Ukraine also. No wonder he was desperate to impeach Donald Trump, because he knows he's just as guilty and he should be in prison also. Like the whole DNC. Almost the whole DNC should be in prison. So let me, first of all, the state of Florida, don't forget to vote for Maria Rita Salazar for Congress. She'll go to put a stop on these fiends that are controlling Congress. And also, Donald Trump, let's do like we did with Venezuela. We froze the accounts of the communists and we pass it on to Juan Guaido. Let's do the same thing with Cuba. Let's freeze the accounts of these evil, criminal, murderous regime in Cuba, these communists. Freeze their accounts and pass it on to Juan Guaido, pass it on to Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia, who loves his country and wants it free. Until there's free elections, without communism, without Islamism, without Nazism, without fascism. It doesn't make sense to establish a free society with people who want to destroy it. It doesn't make sense. I don't care what the constitutionalists say. Oh, that the law, no, that the Constitution, like Pelosi does, we all know she's extreme leftist and evil as hell. Oh, no, we're protecting the Constitution. Yeah, BS. We all know it's a pile of BS coming out of her mouth. She wants to destroy it. So, it doesn't make sense to establish a society of freedom with people who want to destroy it. It's not permitted, period. Don't let them, including these people that are rioting, destroying, burning down, like Antifa, Black Lives Matter. Don't allow them. Don't allow them to vote. Take away their citizenship, exile them to another country, exile them to Cuba or an Islamic state, and see if they survive there. They like it there. They want to succeed from the United States. Hey, we can do it better. Just exile them to another country. Hey, we'll give you a choice. You want to succeed? Let's make you succeed. We'll give you the choice. You can give up your citizenship and move to another country. We'll get you the passport. We'll get you everything. Settle you everything, and we'll send you to an Islamic state. Which Islamic state you want to go to? Somalia, Pakistan. I know you love it there since you like that. Or send them to Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, or North Korea, or China, where there's free marketing now. Even though there's brutal attacks against freedom of expression there. You're not allowed to express yourself freely. They'll put a number on you if you do. So, you just choose which one you want. Michael Moore. You want to lose a lot of weight, Michael Moore? Why don't you go to Cuba and live on the pensions they give to the people in Cuba? Not on the millions of dollars you made making out stupid movies, which is garbage, pure garbage, just like you. Okay, so let me go to another video here. There's a lot of news. If you want to see everything I post down, go to my blog. I pledge allegiance to the flag by putting down my name, Eduardo Rodriguez. You can access all these videos and news. And there's just so much. I'm trying to get the most how you call it, the most impressive and outstanding of them all. I want to send a salute to my dear president. Sorry to hear that you've been contracted with COVID. May God bless you. May God protect you. I always pray for you and your family, and the same with Mike Pence, and the same with my whole country. That God bless you eternally. So let me see if I can put one more here. the ratings for NBA tags. These people don't learn. They're making millions. Look, oh, that was another thing. I'm glad I saw this because I wanted to remember this one. They're making millions out of us going to the parks and going to these stadiums and watching them play. Just play with a sport that they love and making millions of dollars. And then they go against our own country and they favor countries who want to destroy us, like communist China and Islamic countries. I'm not all of them, but the majority. And then they come back here and they kneel and they disrespect our flag and our anthem. And we go to the parks and we pay to see them play. And build these big mansions and yachts and nice, beautiful cars, expensive cars. Rolls Royce, Rashani, I think is the name of this tank vehicle. And other vehicles. And buying beautiful motorhomes that cost millions of dollars. Even actors. I think it's wow, I forget his name. One who worked in this movie. I just can't. I can't remember his name. Will Smith. Will Smith's another one, giving thousands of dollars. Well, I think it was $1 million. I'm not sure. I think it was thousands of dollars. I'm not sure if it was $1 million. I can't remember what the amount was. To an Islamic organization here in the United States. I forgot the name of them. Let me see if I remember that one too. The Nation of Islam. Will Smith, what's the matter with that brain of yours? I mean, we made you a millionaire, multi-millionaire, watching your shows and going to your movies. Incredible actor with incredible talent. The same with The Rock, another brainless actor. Supporting a party that's determined to destroy this country. You know, let's just boycott them. That's what you got to do. Don't go to their movies. Don't go to the sports. And see if Islam is going to support them. This is one singer, this great singer. I can't remember his name either. A very good who embraced Islam, and now he repented because they say it basically destroyed him. It destroyed his career. I'm glad to hear that because people never learn. I don't know what the hell is happening with these singers. There's something with their brain cell that just doesn't work right. Well, I can't say too much about my brain cell because I'm losing my memory. But at least I'm not against my country. And I'm a patriot. And I love my country. And I love my president. And I want to see my country great again. Not destroyed by these extremists. I'm going to show this one here. Let me see. I hope it doesn't last long. I'm going to leave with this one. Where Trump arrives and Walter Reed, due to the COVID, which he contracted. God bless you, Donald Trump. Like I say, and I'm leaving with this one. I repeated it already, but I'm going to do. I already said it. I'm going to repeat it again. I always pray for you and your family. May God protect you, and the same with Mike Pence and his family, and may God bless our country eternally. And I stand with God and Israel eternally. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. And like I said, I'm leaving you with this last video. I'm leaving early because I got a lot to take care of today. So most likely, if God permits, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. This is from Fox News. There our beloved president arriving. I believe this is in Washington or Maryland. If that's in Maryland, I wonder I went to Maryland once when I was in the Navy. I had to go there for my condition of the lungs due to my working with diesel fuel on aircraft carrier, USS Saratoga. There he arrives. May God protect you, Mr. President. We really do love you. What you're doing for our country is just, it's incredible. To believe there's people that hate you and want to see our country destroyed. It's just terrible, just terrible. At this time when we need them the most, God, put your hands and protect him. It's just sad to see what's happening. Not only to see what's happening with our beloved president, but also to see how
Where the
people.
president goes, it's a big operation, even a short drive to the actual National Military, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Kristen Fisher's outside, and the president will be inside as he gives a little wave to the crowd and the pool right now. Kristen.
What I was going to say is to see people
Brett,
who
such a surreal scene out here. The entire street right
say so many
outside
vile
of
words
Walter
against
Reed
this
has been
great
shut down.
president.
No surprise there. This happens a lot when the president is moving around town, either via motorcade or when he is landing via Marine One. But there really is a different feel out here tonight. There are dozens of members of the White House press corps standing on the street, and what's really notable is I'd say there's about 100 people that have gathered right outside Walter Reed as Marine One was touching down here, and they were standing on the other side of the street, and as Marine One started to touch down, they all ran across the street and crowded by this fence just behind me to try to see whatever glimpse they could of President Trump landing here just hours after testing positive for COVID-19. We always say that presidents come here quite frequently. This is where they come when they're receiving minor medical procedures or when they have to have a surgery, as President Ronald Reagan did back in the late 1980s. But to have a president of the United States touching down here, where he's not just going to be here for the next few hours. The White House press secretary says he is going to be staying here for the next few days, and to have him touching down here in the middle of this pandemic, it is one of the more surreal and odd developments in a year that has already been incredibly surreal and odd. And so now we really just set up shop here right outside Walter Reed, because this is where President Trump is going to be working, it's where he's going to be sleeping, and it's where he's going to be receiving treatment. And for those that don't know, inside Walter Reed there is this entire suite, this entire complex, very secure complex that is set up exactly for a moment like this. It really hasn't been used all that much in the past, but it was made for a moment like this, and now it's going to be put to good use. And I will say, so many of the president's recent trips to places, they're very loud affairs. When you cover a Trump rally, everybody's cheering him. When you cover a protest, you get the opposite reaction. But here, the mood, very quiet, very somber. Nobody really talking or saying anything, Brett, and it really just feels like everybody here feels the gravity of the moment.